Hello everyone. Today's class we'll see the continuation of atomic structure, that is chemical bonding. It is a part of that structure. See, now we'll see what is a chemical bond. Chemical bond means the force which acts between two or more atoms to hold them together as a stable molecule. So the concept we call it as a chemical bonding. Two or more atom means, I'll say an example of sodium and chlorine. Sodium one atom, chlorine one atom. Now coming to magnesium chloride, we have three atoms. Magnesium 1, chlorine is 2. So that's what they are meaning here. Acts between the force which exists between sodium and chlorine, or magnesium between two chlorine atoms, and that force makes them to hold them together as a stable molecule. How it becomes stable molecule? By getting the nearest noble gas electronic configuration. So that is what we call it as chemical bond. Let's see the difference between stable and unstable electronic configuration, which we have seen last year. Noble gases have stable electronic configuration, but atoms of other elements, they have unstable electronic configuration. Their valence shell is complete, but atoms of other elements valence shell is incomplete. When you take helium, it's 2 electron. Other noble gases like neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon, 8 electrons. And unstable electronic configuration, they tend to attain stable electronic configuration of the nearest noble gas. Say for example, I can say example of sodium, magnesium, calcium, aluminium, all that. So I am going to make that as a stable one by getting the nearest electronic configuration of noble gases. Noble gases, they don't gain, lose or share electrons, whereas unstable electronic they gain, lose or share electrons. So noble gases, they are stable, they are complete, and they do not go for gain, lose or share electrons. And what about the atoms of other elements, like other than noble gases, all the other elements in the periodic table, they are unstable. The last shell is incomplete. Incomplete means in the sense 1, 2, 3 like that, or 5, 6, 7, you will have 4, 5, 6, 7, not 8. So that cases, those elements, they will tend to gain or lose or share electrons. So let's see about what is duplet and octet. So duplet means 2 electrons in the first shell. That is for helium gas, 2 electrons in the K shell. And octet means 8 electron in the outermost shell other than noble gases. Now we'll see 2 types of bonding. One is ionic or electrovalent, covalent or molecular. So other name for ionic is electrovalent, covalent other name is molecular bond. So examples here we can give sodium chloride, calcium oxide, magnesium chloride. And here if you see this example, sodium is a metal, chlorine is a non-metal, calcium metal, oxygen non-metal, magnesium metal, chlorine non-metal. But here when you come for the examples of covalent, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, chlorine, water, ammonia, carbon tetrachloride, methane. So these are all examples of HOMO, hydrogen hydrogen bonding, nitrogen nitrogen, oxygen oxygen, chlorine, which is a non-metal. Whereas water, here hydrogen oxygen, nitrogen hydrogen, carbon chlorine, carbon hydrogen. These are all non-metals. Now we'll see the definition here. Electrovalent bond is formed between two atoms. Say for example sodium chlorine, 2 atoms. Transfer of one or more electron from a metallic element sodium to the non-metallic element chlorine. Metallic element calcium, non-metallic element oxygen, like that it goes. Whereas covalent bond means it's sharing of electron between pair of non-metallic elements. Non-metallic elements means here hydrogen hydrogen, nitrogen nitrogen, oxygen oxygen, but here nitrogen with hydrogen, different elements. Carbon chlorine, carbon hydrogen. The compound we call it as electrovalent compound. Here it's covalent compound. So when they ask you what is ionic bond mean, it is transfer of electron from metal to non-metal. But here covalent bond means sharing of electron between two non-metals. Now we'll see in detail, taking an example of NaCl, electrovalent bond, we'll see now. So now in the case of sodium chloride, see I think you have learned about atomic orbit structure last year for a single element. Now we are going to combine the atoms and show how the transfer of electron takes place, how it forms a ionic bond, that we are going to see. So this is atomic orbit structure. See, for this structure, normally in the exam, they will give the atomic number for sodium and chlorine in the question itself. So you need not worry. whether we have to learn atomic number of sodium and chlorine there, but you have to be thorough with first 20 elements atomic number and mass number. So sodium here atomic number 11, so its electronic configuration is 281 sodium atom Na. First all these details you have to write for this when they ask you to draw the structure of atomic orbit structure. Now coming to chlorine, its atomic number is 17. Chlorine atom symbol is Cl. Write the electronic configuration 287. So whenever you get a question like this, you should write the electronic configuration based on the atomic number which is given in the question. Now draw the structure for sodium atom. K shell 2 electron, L shell 8 electron and 1 electron in the last shell. Coming to chlorine atom, K shell 2 electron, L shell 8 and N shell is 7. So totally 17. Now what I am going to do, both these atoms are unstable. Why it is unstable? Because the last shell you have only 1 electron. But for chlorine, which is not a stable one, but for chlorine it is need of 1 electron to become 8. So if we transfer 1 electron from a metal sodium to non-metal chlorine, the sodium atom becomes stable. See here, last shell it becomes 8 electron and chlorine also becomes stable by getting 1 electron. So if you transfer 1 electron, both sodium and chlorine will become stable one. So see, check this diagram, this two diagram, last shell 8, 8. So both have become stable. How it has become stable? Now open your textbook and just have a look on the periodic table. So when you look at the periodic table, you see that nearest element noble gas for the sodium atom is neon. And for chlorine nearest noble gas is argon, Ar. So it is going to attain that. So now the electronic configuration of sodium atom changes to sodium ion. That is 2, 8. 1 electron has been lost. That electron will be gained by chlorine atom. So it is no more chlorine atom, it's chloride ion. So electronic configuration changes 288. So this sodium is getting nearest noble gas neon and chlorine is getting the nearest noble gas argon. Now after losing the electron, the sodium atom you have to enclose it in a box bracket and write it as plus sign, and for chlorine enclose it in a box bracket minus sign. So without this bracket of plus and minus sign, if you draw the diagram, it is going to be completely wrong. So for 2 marks they may be asking, please you have to mention if it is ionic bond, you are expected to draw this box there, square box, plus box bracket plus or minus sign should be there. It's a must. You have to write the plus and minus sign with the bracket. So it becomes a sodium ion, chloride ion, which is the nearest noble gas neon, and this is argon. So what has happened here? Sodium is donating, it is losing, but chlorine is gaining, it is accepting. So this is how the bonding takes place between Na plus Cl minus. So what type of bonding takes place here means it is electrovalent bond or ionic bond, because I have transfer electrons. So same thing we can explain in electron dot structure. See, this electron dot structure will be learning in 10th standard, which we are teaching now simultaneously, so that it will be easy for you. So electron dot structure means we are not going to mention the shell, just only the electron which is present in the outermost shell you are going to represent it in the structure. So you are not going to draw the structure shell for electron dot structure. This is atomic orbit structure which we have seen so far. Electron dot structure, we need not mention the shell, only the electron. So outermost shell sodium 1, chlorine is 7. So after giving this 1 electron, it becomes plus, and chlorine after gaining 1 electron minus. But this box bracket is missing here, but you have to enclose it in a box bracket. Na, put a bracket plus, and chlorine 7 electrons here, put a bracket and minus. So this is how you have to draw the structure for sodium chloride. That is an example of electrovalent bond, atomic orbit structure, and this is electron dot structure. Now we'll see one more example of calcium oxide. See, atomic number calcium is 20, oxygen is 8. So write calcium atom, electronic configuration 2882, oxygen atom, that is O, 2, 6 is the electronic configuration. So you have written, fill the electron, proton, neutron, you know of course it's 20 for oxygen, proton, neutron 6. And here 20 electrons you have to fill. K shell 2 electron, L shell 8, M shell 8, last shell N shell is 2 electron. But in here in the case of oxygen, we have 6 electrons here. In pairs you have to draw, it is not given properly. You have to draw it in pairs, and K shell 2 electron. So now when you look at this, both are unstable. Why it is unstable? Here it is 2. You have to remove 2 electrons completely to make the previous shell as the last shell, and it is going to be 8. After removing those 2 electrons, it becomes a stable one. In oxygen cases, it is need of 2 electrons, so it will become 8 there. So this also becomes stable oxygen, calcium also. So completely I am going to transfer 2 electrons from calcium to oxygen. So what I am going to do here is, see the next diagram. It is no more calcium atom, it's calcium ion. No more oxygen atom, it is oxide ion. Your electronic configuration also changes to 288, and here it is 28 1D. Here it is wrong, it is given wrongly. Don't write one more 8 here. It's 28 1D, wrongly it's given. You please ignore this 8, only 28. So this oxygen is going to get nearest to noble gas. For this one is neon for oxygen, and for calcium nearest noble gas is argon. So it is getting that nearest noble gas to become a stable one. So enclose it in a bracket. You have to write 2 plus is missing here. Write 2 plus, and in the case of oxide also you should write 2 minus. So why we are writing 2 plus? It is losing 2 electrons. So you have to write outside the box bracket on top of this 2 plus. And for oxygen outside the bracket you have to write 2 minus. Why you are writing 2 minus? Because you are gaining 2 electrons. So this is donating 2 electron, losing 2 electron. Oxygen is gaining 2 electron, accepting the electrons. So this is how you have to draw this. In sodium case 1 plus 1 minus, but here outside the bracket you have to write 2 plus for calcium and 2 minus. It's a must. So what kind of force is existing here? As I said earlier, electrostatic force is existing there. So this is how you have to draw the atomic orbit structure diagram. Now we are going to show it in electron dot structure. See, electron dot structure is not exactly like electron dot structure. This is the other way of writing this one, because we have shown it in a shell. So without this shell you can represent 2 electron for calcium, and chlorine here 7, not chlorine, this is like a different thing. I think this example here actually oxygen, you have to enclose it. Here by mistake it's given as chlorine there. You can just ignore this one. So when you have an electron dot structure, say for example here for calcium 2 electrons we can represent it, and for oxygen you can represent 2 electrons. See, only this electron I am going to show. If you take this diagram, see the outermost shell, I have 2 electrons. So you can write it and represent it in the electron dot structure, 2 electrons. And for oxygen also, you can show the outermost shell 6 electron. That is Ca, put 2 dot, and plus oxygen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 6 electron you represent. Show the shifting of 2 electrons. I am talking about electron dot structure. In case if you want, you can write. Gives Ca 2 plus, put a bracket and write 2 plus, and oxygen, write all that 8 electrons, put the O symbol around that, this all the 8 electrons, put 2 months. I think it's given in the textbook, you can go through this one. So the example which is given here, it's like calcium chloride. This is one more example actually, it is not related to this one. So why we have given here is actually you can write mentioning all the shells here like this. This is the correct way of writing, but other way of writing is the atomic or some they will write like this, mentioning only the outermost shell. This is also atomic orbit structure only, but not of calcium oxide. This is calcium chloride. So you have to, but as per the syllabus you have calcium oxide, sodium chloride, magnesium chloride. So not of this one. This is just for a sake we are saying. So as per syllabus you follow only atomic orbit structure and not this electron dot structure. But I have not mentioned here atomic orbit, electron dot structure for this calcium oxide. Only for sodium chloride I have explained. So just you follow this atomic orbit structure. This is other way of representing the atomic orbit structure. Only the outermost shell with the thing, electron with the shell. Without shell means that is electron dot. That is other way. So this is different example, not of this example. So you have to follow only calcium oxide. So you have an assignment for you. So go through the page number 77. You have additional questions under that. 1 to 8 you can find the answers. See the fourth question you have to answer only A and B, and you can practice this two structure, atomic orbit structure, for this sodium chloride and calcium oxide. So only this two, only atomic orbit structure, no need electron hole structure. Thank you, students.